Morning everyone, welcome to Cannonball Racing. This Saturday's sort of dissection of day 2 of the Darwin Carnival. Gavin here with you as normal, and
Tim, guys, welcome to a chilly Friday. It is chilly Thursday, Friday. We're up in the South Burnett area at the moment. So, guys, we'll be doing the live chat from up here this week.
we're on the road. So we thought we'd go on the road, have a look around. There's a nice little racetrack up here. A couple we passed, Kilcoy.
There is.
One at Nanango. So just thought we'd come to you from one of the local pubs. So we might have a little bit of live traffic today with a few guys in and around the area. So might be some noises. But look, last week, mate, we had a pretty good week.
Yeah, it was good.
I think out of our top 2 selections, we had 5 of the 8 races that we selected in one.
Yep.
We had 3 outright winners.
I think the big fella beside me is a little bit chappy. He's got a bit of a spring in his step from his one of his best bets last week.
I am.
Which was Bramavi Ruboy.
Bramavi Ruboy saluted for us. Fantastic, guys. Actually, I took a bit of early money about around $12 mark and then drifted out to 23s. I took a bit of best tote as well. So,
yeah.
But I mean, Timbo, you labelled a couple there with Swing with Junior and Syncline too, was both saluted. Nice odds around that sort of 5-1 mark, which was excellent. So, look, great sort of result last weekend. Day 2 of the Carnival looks equally as good. I think it's sort of headlined by the Chief Minister's Cup, which is race 6 over the mile, which is a small field, but massive quality field. 0800, mate. So we'll look at that and dissect it as well. I think what we're going to do, we're going to leave out the maiden race and we're going to concentrate on the other sort of 6 races. So let's get into it. I'm going to start with race 1. I like Kent Street in this race, mate.
2?
Yeah, the 2. The Wayne Davis on. Had a look at his sort of last sort of starts, and his fresh record's excellent. Sort of 6 starts, 2 wins, had a second. Only run a couple of times up and down. We run against a couple of good animals. Ran 3rd to Triton and Syncline, which come out and sort of last week, sort of franked that form for us, and Triton sort of stormed home the week before.
Back in this week.
And the start before that, first start up and down, ran second to a good horse called New Roman. So that sort of marries up as well. So what I'm going to do, mate, the way this race maps for Kent Street is that sort of jumps from that sort of middle barrier, comes across, hits the 1-1, and it's going to get the suck into the race. Now, sort of taking into consideration Miraku, I think that's how you pronounce it, from the Manning stable, which Vanessa has on board, which has me worried because I know where Vanessa's going with it, and Vanessa's going straight to the lead.
From barrier 6, you can get there?
Oh, I think given the way she would typically ride, I think that's where I can probably visualise it. I actually think it may be the horse's undoing if they have to do a bit of pressure up front there, so that's concerning. And that's why I'm sort of looking for Kent Street, because I'm presuming we're going to get that nice sort of soft run in there and go from there. Dangerous Miracle, obviously, and it's got some good form. I think the bottom weight, that Fragore from Tayan Holter's stable, I actually think Jade might try and lead in this as well, Jade Hampton, because the way, when I looked at the sort of videos from its previous starts down at Goulburn, jumps straight to lead, wins its maiden down there, off the 1. I can't see Jade doing anything else on the lightweight too, jumping out and putting it straight into the sort of medal. So what I see happening is Fragore sort of coming through, maybe Vanessa coming over, gives Kent Street the nice suck into the race, and the way it's finishing off behind good horses like Triton and Syncline, I reckon it's going to be a really good play. Now, I'm actually going to come straight out and say this is going to be my best bet of the day.
Early.
Race 1.
Race 1.
I just like the way the race sets up for it.
Yep.
And I think all things being equal, I think this sort of race is sort of set up for it. So,
weight's no drama?
No, I'm not worried about the weight. No,
61.
Carry plenty of weight. I mean, and there's a lot of horses sort of weight around that sort of top level anyway.
You talk about that Frag Door, so Jade's on that one.
Fragore,
yeah. She's claiming 3, so she'll go down to a 53.5.
Yeah, and give them plenty.
Yep.
But again, up in class.
Yep.
It's only broke its maiden a couple of starts ago.
Yep. Okay.
I don't know how that sort of marries in with horses like Triton, Syncline form, New Roman form for Kent Street. So I actually think class will run through here.
Yep.
But the reason why I like Fragore is going to put a bit of pace in the race.
Yep.
And Vanessa might give me a bit more pace as well. I sit off. come
Bang.
out, lead.
Bang wins.
Yeah, pull that 3 wide, put them away. I'm happy. So I'm going to go with number 2, Kent Street in the first.
Okay.
And we're going to have the Danger is in Miracle from the Manning stable, the On Fire Racing boys, who have been fantastic.
They have, mate.
Yeah, they're going to have a big carnival, and this horse might be part of those sort of plans too. So I'm going to have 2 to win from the 4, so just put those numbers down in race 1. So, right, race 2, mate. Another one I really like here, and I think we're going to see the real Poupée on the weekend.
You tipped this last up.
I did, and I don't know what happened.
Disregard run.
Yeah, it was a weird run, mate. Weird run. Actually jumped out beautifully. Then sort of got lost a little bit, which is odd because all the other starts are sat on the paint, just peeled off some pretty big sectionals and won easily. But the way the sort of race sets up for Poupée is essentially going to come across, should get a nice trail again, and I think we're going to see the real horse on the weekend. And
Oh, it's good.
if she turns up, she puts his field away on its ear. And I'm really confident with that.
Where's Poupée sitting the run?
Oh, look, I think it can sit 1-1.
Yep. Leader's Mini Boom.
I think Mini Boom will try and lead. What'll be interesting though, if Adam Nichols wants to lead on Poupée, he'll lead.
Yep.
And that's the way it won its first couple up in Darwin.
Yep.
I would like to see that sort of take upon and actually go straight to the lead and put him on the fence. And I actually think if he can get to the lead on the fence and get a cheap sort of sectional, I think he'll just stack him up and just rip home and it'll be too good for him. Mighty Murder will be chasing hard. I think Mini Boom's going to probably burn too much at juice out wide to sort of be in contention this week. Sort of won last week and on a sort of a dead heat sort of race.
Yep.
I just see this sort of setting up beautifully for her and I actually thought the run was quite good after they sort of settled back off the run there last start. Actually ripped home late and only got beat a couple of lengths off a pretty good time. So I reckon we're going to see the real horse this week. And I think we're going to get off to a great start. I think we can go bang bang with 2 winners and to set the day up for us. All right. So I think Poupée is going to be on top, number 3.
Yep.
I'm going to put Mighty Murder there and give Mighty Murder one more chance. I thought the last run was horrible, but can put a bad run in. Through that process, and did one last preparation as well. And with that bad run, sort of come out the next start and sort of got back to where it needed to be. Right. So I'm gonna give one more chance, all right. And I think Mini Boom's probably gonna do too much work out wide to be a
5-horse field, so we'll just play the arm straight out and we'll see. We'll try and get Poupée home.
I think we get Poupée home. I think the three will win from the 2, and I think you can put those numbers in and back with a fair bit of confidence. I'm really confident about the start to the day, Saturday, mate.
Yeah.
I think these 2 horses can really kick us off beautifully, and I think we can back with a fair amount of confidence.
I think the market would be all right too for that race. It's because there's 3 to 4 decent chances. So I think the market's going to be up and down like it was last week. Last week was just unbelievable. There was horses drifting that started out at $2 to $3, out to $5.
Yeah.
So I think this will be another race exactly like that.
Yeah, and I think we're going to get some value behind Poupée too, because I think the bookies take a bit of a risk due to last start failure.
Yep.
And obviously you've got a last start winner in there in Mini Boom and obviously with a bit of form there with Mighty Mert. So we
chuck in number 3 then.
Jump on board, mate, and get on the queue.
All right, mate. Race 3. It's the maiden race up there. We're actually going to leave this one out, mate. We're just going to have a just watch. There's a couple of horses in there that we're following. I just want to sit back and just watch. Like there's a horse in there called Big Boy. It's raced against some decent form lines up there, but I'm just going to sit back and watch. You can, Coney, Clark's horse again, which his daughter come out and beat him on last start. There's another watch up there. I think Clark has got big things expected for this horse. So we're just going to sit this one out, guys, and let it roll through. It's mid race in the cast. There's plenty of good races after it. 4 races to go, so we'll just leave race 3 out at the moment.
I suggest we just cash in races 1 and 2, mate. Sit back, have a beer for race 3, and then we load into yours in race 4.
Load into the race 4.
What we got? Race 4.
Race 4, 1100 over the 66. Guys, mate, I've done the form, I've done the race map, I've done how it all sits, gone through it. I have found 3 in the race actually. I think I think the first 4, 1, 2, 3. So you got Super Famous, First Crusade, Turnstar, and Cassette.
You can't pick all 4, mate.
I can't. So actually, I've got 2. I've got 2 for us. First Crusade, can't draw a barrier.
No.
Poor Chloe Baxter cannot. Her form is 12 from 12 for this horse, barriers, and she's drawn 6 from 7. Unlucky, Chloe, unlucky, but onwards and upwards. But I think this race actually maps a lot better for you than last week.
Absolutely.
So there is absolutely speed to burn in this race with a horse, Super Famous and Turnstar.
Turnstar leads from the inside.
Turnstar leads, and the biggest advantage for Turnstar has is got Vanessa on board. So Cole's actually thrown Vanessa on. She's drawn barrier 1. She will not give up this lead.
No, not a chance.
She will try and get hard, and Super Famous from the barrier 3 will try and cross it.
Has to.
Yep. Yeah. So with Cole's got 2 in the race, Cassette as well. Cassette, I'm thinking he's going to sit just off them as well. I don't know, Cole might have something up his sleeve to try and map this race for Cassette to come late, or he's going to get Turnstar to try and ping from the lead, kick away in the turn, but I don't think he's not going to get a soft lead on Turnstar.
Right.
So you're going to have Super Famous Cross, he's also going to be there, but I'm actually going with Chloe, First Crusade. I think this map for you, Chloe, is massive. With this speed battle up front, I expect you to sit 3rd or 4th, just off him. I'd love to see you keep Cassette out wide, as you've drawn inside Cassette. I'd love you to push up there, as we've got, who we've got riding First Crusade? Oh, Casey Hunter.
Yeah.
I want Casey to keep Cassette out wide and make it work. And I think coming to the home turn, I think First Crusade on that turn, because it's such a hot speed, should come home late over top of him.
Cassette could be a bit of a nuisance in that field at the moment, and that's the issue with the map of that race. It's the only negative I can see about First Crusade and the way that race sets up for it. I think you're right, mate. I think all the speed from Turnstar in the 1, Super Famous sort of drawn out inside barriers as well. They all push forward, and you really see a nice suck in for First Crusade sort of come across. So, yeah, nice.
And mate, super run last start from First Crusade. Drew barrier 12. She had no option but to go back on First Crusade and then weave through the field. And then, mate, you watch her to the winner. The winner was on the rails all that race, and she was out wide. Absolutely flew home. He absolutely flew home. So I'm thinking he can do the same in this race, and First Crusade can salute for us. So I'm going to go First Crusade, and I'm actually going to put Cassette in there, Cole. I just think he's got something up his sleeve where he's going to make Turnstar work and then set it up for Cassette, and I'm going to put Cassette in number 4 to run at 2nd.
Beautiful. All right, mate. Over to race 5.
Race 5.
I'm getting closer to the main race of the day, which
we
is
are.
Race 6, the Chief Minister's Cup.
So another one after doing the barriers, Gav. Tough race. I actually did find this a tough race. Went through them all, back and forth, changed my mind this morning, finally found the winner. And I've actually got Expert Witness.
Cheesy.
Yes. Was it Gary LaFoe's horse?
Yeah, it's been transferred recently.
It has. First up from a spell for Expert Witness. So Sheezy's on, 58 and a half kilos, which is fine. Casey jumps off. Sheezy's back on where he last start winner. Down in grade, which I liked. So he's gone from 64 back down to a 58.
That'll be massive in that field.
That's right.
And looking at those runners there, mate, there's quite a lot of runners which have been out of form for a while.
Yep.
Horses like the Albion, which has been out of form for a little while.
Hat Man's
been out of form for a little while, sort of comes and goes and with his form. So, yeah.
So, I like this horse. And like if you watch the last 2 starts ago, it was caught wide. Expert Witness, just done way too much work out wide, tried to cross him, and then just died. So I like where he sits here. He's wide. Actually, he's going to try and cross. So the horse is a leader, but I don't think he can cross from that barrier 9.
So where's Sheezy going, mate? Outside the leader, or?
Yep, he has to.
Okay.
So he's only got one option. He won't be able to lead on it. There's another horse in there called Real Valentina. That's actually another leader as well.
That's drawn the car park.
It has. These 2-speed horses have drawn the worst barriers they could for the day.
Well, what's Saran Fork do on Real Valentina?
Go back.
Has to go back?
Has to go back.
God.
He's drawn the grandstand.
All right, well, there you go. That's
so not unless Forky rides it upside down and they ride it upside down.
Can Real Valentina win from an outside draw and going back? Or
no.
Okay, well then.
So it's got to go forward.
Line through.
Line through.
Are you willing to lay it?
It's Real Valentina, no. Kim Healy and Forky. Forky's back this week. I'm actually going to leave it in. If it can wind up...
You just told me that thing can't win, not willing to lay it.
If it can wind up late and sit back, I'd rather him go back than go forward.
Okay.
And storm home outside down the outside.
Nice.
So I'm willing to do it each way. This is a each way field. So I'm risking him to run in each way, but I'm going to chuck Expert Witness on top.
Okay.
So she's the on top for Tayan. First up, down in the grade was a massive bonus for this horse, like you said. So I just think, from there, from the barrier, from there, from the down in class, should be, should just, from this field and, what's in there, there's nothing that's really jumping.
It's only 1,000 metre too, mate. And
that's right.
On fresh legs and shoot across, probably shoot the breeze too, outside the leader, and be good enough to win that race.
And the weight's no drama.
Yeah, I think you're
58,
right.
so over 1,000, I don't think the weight's going to play a part of it. So we'll go just 3 from Expert Witness and a watch on Real Valentina the 4.
Okay, fantastic. All right, we'll go over to the main race of the day, the Chief Minister's Cup over the mile. Now, look, it's a tough race, mate. There's a number of chances, and I give chances to horses like Nautaroo, Maserati, Aldestria, and a horse I rate is probably the Territory's best mile horse, and that's Trident.
Yep.
Now, clear mapping of the race, easy. I mean, it doesn't take a genius to map this race out, but Maserati will be shooting straight to the lead.
Yeah. Vanessa usually rides, but she's like we say, she's Jason Manning's top jockey.
Yeah.
So she's got to jump off and ride the other one. So gives Forky a chance to ride Maserati.
And I think even if Vanessa didn't ride for the stable, I think it would be a fair jump off. If I'm honest with you, I think Maserati's really vulnerable over a mile.
Yep.
Last start, it's kind of got a soft lead over 13 and just zipped home, and nothing could sort of catch him. But I think it's a better ride for Vanessa anyway.
Yep.
But what does Vanessa do? The horse is not a quick beginner, typically, so it's probably going to map to go back. Same with Trident, it's going to map to go back. Aldestria, it actually goes back as well. But when I went through all the videos and the last start win, it was this horse actually towed Stan Sakos into the race. Actually got back to last.
It was well off.
Well off him. And then all of a sudden, Stan's got a whole lot of horse underneath him, and he sort of just towed him in the race, pulled out 3 wide, come at him on the turn and went bang. And I like that, mate. And the sort of mile form for this animal is sort of 7 starts, 5 wins. Won 2 races down in South Australia before coming up to the top end before it won its last mile race.
Yep.
I just think this. I think the sort of race sort of goes again. I don't think Stan can actually sit back and make runs with Trident. I think he's going to need to be in front.
Yep.
Because Trident will zip home. He can sustain a run too.
Yep.
And he'll work in the race from about the 800 and start working into it. I think you're going to have to go a little bit earlier.
Yep.
So Stan beware.
Yep.
And if you do that, and I think if he goes at him on the turn and Trident's still 3 or 4 lengths off, I don't think Trident can run him down because I think this horse can zip home in a sectional almost identical to Trident. Mm-hmm. Now that's probably a big call given the fact that Trident's been probably, like I said, one of the Territory's best mile horses.
And he will be absolutely storming home late. So like
you
said, Stan wants to get love.
Exactly, and it's good to see it's good to see Trident sort of. Remember last start when sat last over that sort of short distance and zipped home along the rail. So I'm going to make Nautaroo the danger, mate. There was a massive run last start, and Vanessa rode it beautifully. Sort of put it into the race, but didn't want to lead on it. Put it in the race and sort of got to line really well. That's going to be the danger. I think Trident might be left a little bit flat-footed behind these 2 quality horses. Mm-hmm. A lot of Trident's sort of last runs have been against less of opposition than this over the mile. I think these 2 horses are a better class of animal. I think he can be given starts to that. So I'm actually going to leave Trident, and I know.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm saying this because I've said this
for a long time. The best mauler in the top end.
I've been saying this for a long time, mate. I promise you. But I can just visualise this race the way it's going to set up, and I think Aldestria is just going to be on the pace, zipping out, going for home, and I can see Nautaroo chasing. And if the roles reverse, that's okay. If Nautaroo zips out and Aldestria is chasing, I think they're the 2.
Yep.
So, but I'm going to put Aldestria on top. I think he'll be too good for Nautaroo, which is so the numbers for that will be, what have we got? 5 from 3 in the Chief Minister's Cup.
Okay, last one of the day, guys. We have we've got an 8-horse field again, so this is a good one to finish off each way odds. But going through again times, I've got some times here that there's a horse in there, Captain Hederick. I have backed this thing that many times. I've labelled it that many times. It is that hot and cold.
You're not tipping this.
Oh, I feel like ringing Gary today and having a chat to him to see his thoughts, but I won't. I'll leave it. This horse actually maps good for this race, but I can't back him outright. I cannot back him. He'll definitely run in the top three. Definitely. So if we can get each way odds for this horse, unbelievable. If you can get over the $2 for this horse each way, back him all day.
My issue with Captain is this looks like an identical sort of race in terms of the ability of the other sort of competitors in it.
Yep.
And look, he ran a nice race last time. I mean, have a look at his form lines. He's got 2, 2, 2, 3.
Yep.
Like literally, you want one of these in every stable.
Yep.
Doesn't win out of turn. That's the issue.
Yeah, and then we spoke to Gary about this before, and he says it's great for the owners, but he just keeps fulfilling those placings. He'll bob up every now and then, get a winner, and this could be his race. Like his times over the 1600s are 1:35.63, which is quick.
Yeah, right.
And like he's running second a horse like that, and only just finishing off him. But there's a horse in there, Wicked Addiction. This horse as well over the 1600s ran a 1:35 and just finished off it.
Nice.
So I'm actually going to put Wicked Addiction on top.
Okay.
So I just think Sonia's jumped off. Davis is on for Kim Healy. Barrier 360 kilos, which is no drama at all. This, like I said, the form lines behind this horse are massive. So if you were to follow this horse behind those form lines, I think I just think it's definitely one to watch. Last start, you can go off a last start. It just sat way too wide, 4 wide. The race covered way too much distance over there, and I just think it's over like last 2 starts as well. We're over 1,200, 1,300.
Where does it map, mate?
Wicked Addiction will sit back.
Okay.
Yep. So whether he can sit midfield as well, but I just think he's going to sit back a little bit, and Wicked Addiction can come home too late. He's been racing over the 12, 1,300, which he's not a 12, 1,300 metre horse. I think he's back to a mile, back to where he's suited. I just think from there, he's down in grade as well, 66 to a 62.
Yep.
Down in grade a little, but those times from him and the captain, I think are just too good. Floripica has done nothing, so I just don't think there's nothing really else. Bull Market, I can't put that in, so I'm going to back 2 Wicked Addiction, and I'm throwing in the 3 each way, all day special for the day.
Captain Hedrick.
Captain. If we can get over 220, we'll get him.
So, am I right in saying with that level of confidence this is your best bet of the day?
On who, Wicked or Captain?
Well, you tell me.
I will go Captain, best each way of the day, over $2.20.
I'm struggling to believe that I've heard you tip Captain again as one of your best, but anyway, we'll run with that.
Toddy and Clarkey to finish off the card for us for day 2 of the Carnival.
So, I'm confused. Who's on top?
Wicked Addiction's on top.
Wicked Addiction to win, but you're going to label Captain Hedrick as your best each way bet of the day.
That's right. He will definitely finish top 2, top 3.
Okay, all right.
And that will finish off race 7.
Good luck, mate. I tell you. Can we come to an agreement if Captain Hedrick doesn't
I'll never
win
back it again. I will never back it again until Toddy and Clark. I'm standing in front of Clarkey and having a chat to him about it.
I heard it in front of everyone. Yep. All right, so I'm going to hold you to that.
Clarkey, if you listen to Champion, like I know you do, let's kick him home for each way, but Wicked Addiction to run first.
Right. I hope so, mate. It'd be good. It'd be a good end of the day if we can get that home. Lovely. All right, that sort of wraps up today, mate. Yep. We got a big week next week, brother.
We do.
We got a Wednesday race meeting in Darwin.
And a Saturday.
And the Saturday as well. So we got 2 in Darwin next week. So
we do.
We're going to sort of we're going to post a couple of things for the Wednesday edition.
Yep.
And we'll obviously be back for our typical podcast for the sort of video for the Saturday. But yeah, we'll dissect the Wednesday meeting as well. We've already got the nominations and had a look at it, so there's some nice horses runner in there. Really good meeting actually. Headlined by the Filly Mares race, the 1,300 metre Rose Bowl.
Good. I think you might have a couple in that, I think.
No, we unfortunately we had to scratch our last week. Yeah, don't say it. We're going to be running in the benchmark 66.
Oh yeah,
that day. Yeah, so over 1,100, which would be a better race for us.
Mm-hmm.
Probably can't go to straight to the Rose Bowl for 1,300, mate.
Yeah, a bit too far.
A bit too far. So
guys, just don't forget our platform on Facebook, Cannibal Racing Analysis. Guys, get it out there, share it. Any comments, guys? It's growing every week. Now the comments are flooding through, which is great. Me and Gav love it. So more the better, guys. So jump on there and follow us through that.
All right.
Comments.
All right,
Other than
guys.
that, guys.
Yep. See you
Yep,
next
mate.
week, mate. Happy
Thanks,
punting,
guys.
everyone.
See ya.
See ya.